Welcome into this video today, and today I'll be showing you how to do the best money making methods for the top 15. These might not be the top 15 for some people, but these are really good methods that you could use. And the first two are pickle farms. There's different designs, and this one is the frozen flow. I recommend if you do build these as close as you can possibly to make as much as you can possibly. Also, if you don't know how to check how much money you can make off these farms, go in my Discord and go to command and do /calculate, and there's a donut stats bot to check everything for you, so you don't have to calculate anything. It can also do that with spawners, bones, and like anything. You could sell sea pickles, and yeah, that's also very helpful. So I recommend checking that out and building this farm. Also, I will be showing you another design farm that is also better because it produces more, takes less bone meal, and is a lot faster. So let's get on to that. The other pickle farm design that I will be showing you is one of the most known pickle farms I would say that is out there, and it is the version 2.3706. This farm is really fast, it produces a lot, and you can just make a lot out of it. So I recommend building this over the frozen flow, but if you want to go cheap on materials, I recommend building the frozen flow. And yeah, this can make you a lot of money. Just check on the donut stats thing on my Discord. It also is on Kelp Talks Discord if you want to join that. That's where I got it from. And yeah, let's check out the next method. The next farm I will be showing you, which you can make a lot of money from, is the berry farm. There is a bunch of berry farm designs that you can use. This is a great berry farm design you can use. Where all you have to do is just hold click and use bone meal, and it just auto grows them back into berries, and you just sit here and hold click. This can make you a lot of money. Also, if you want to know how much you can make out of it, go in my Discord again, like I mentioned earlier, and check out the donut stats bot, and it should be able to calculate everything for you, for how many bones you put in it, and how much money you basically spent, and how much you can make out of it. There is another berry farm design you can use. It contains foxes, so if you ever want to see a video with that, just comment down below and I'll try to upload that. Let's get to the next part. The next method is revolving duels. Duels is something that you can make a lot of money off of by just killing people like that. And if you don't do what I just did, you can just grab the armor and you can sell that. If you sell the gear, most of the gear on auction, like anything, can just get you like helmet or something. You can sell it for like a lot of money, like 400k just for that. You can just sell it, or you can just use it for something else like other duels. But I recommend selling it for like, if you get like this helmet, you can just repair it and sell it for like 200k or something, or you can do that for like any other armor set. But that's really all you need to do to make a little bit of money from duels. And yeah, let's get to the next part of the video. The next money making method you can do in the donut SMP to make you a lot of money is using villagers. Villagers are really good because they can basically get any enchantment that you want, other than some. But you can get Unbreaking, Aqua Infinity, Looting, So Touch, etc. The most important ones that you need though are Prof 4, Mending, and Unbreaking 3. You can do this so you can get good armor enchants. And yeah, for the villagers though, you want to try to have a zombie below, so then you can turn this into a zombie villager, and so you can make these into 1 emerald, and so you can buy them for very cheap. Once you buy them for very cheap, and then you can make more profit off of it from either selling emerald blocks from getting from the villagers, or you can start selling books. Selling the books on auction, like if you look up Mending right now, a shulker of Mending will cost like maybe 500k. If you just look enough, maybe even cheaper on some days. So like this would go for 375k just for buying for 1 emerald each for a book. This means you'll make a lot of profit just off doing that. For Unbreaking, 3 on auction. This also goes probably for like 500, maybe less, depending on who sells it. But for the prop, it's probably gonna go for around like 900k or something. Like for the unbreaking, I found it for 450k. So if you buy it from the villagers for like 1 emerald per, it's gonna be very cheap, and you're making 450k per shulker of selling. So that's also a really good method of making money on the donut SMP. Let's get on to the next method. For this next method, I'll be showing you what you're supposed to do to make a lot of money also. This method is it's kind of more complex than the other methods that will be shown in this video, but it is kind of simple. All you kind of need is like a XP dropper system. Just put dispensers here, connect it to redstone that it drops all the XP, and you can just sit in the anvil enchanting. It'll make it a lot easier than just XPing yourself. And when you do that, this is what you want to make. You can do this with helmets, more chest plates, leggings. If you do leggings, put blast prot instead of protection 4, boots. But the most selling items, if you want to sell this on the auction, would be helmets, leggings, and chest plates. Boots don't sell as much unless you put it like as a lower price. So let's say you would sell this, because chest plates would sell for like 4 million if it was just like how I just showed. So what you want to do, put like if you do make a base like this, put prof 4 on the top, put on breaking 3, and then mending. And when you do that, it's really simple, because then you can just grab, and then turn this on and enchant. And these are like the things that you should buy. Mending, see as much as you want. This is mostly for more rich people, because it does get a little bit pricey. Like I spent 24 mil on like 1,000 prof 4 books. Yeah, so it does get, you want to buy mending, prof 4, and then breaking, the 3 things. So you only need a max out gear, and that's really all you need to do. So let's just get on to the next method. This method right now that we are doing, and I'm going to show you how to do, which is very simple and very useful. All you have to do is maybe get a tree chopper or an amethyst axe, if you want to say it like that. And I recommend going to a jungle biome, and all you have to do is that, and you basically got the whole tree already. And all I want you to do, either to go to this biome or go to one of those biomes with the woodland mansion, which is called like the dark oak biome. Yeah, the dark oak. Go to those biomes, maybe connect the trees together. You basically just one shot them all, and all you have to do is either make them into planks and sell them that way. Sell this for like maybe, let's say, sell this for like 9k. And then let's maybe sell this for like more, like 15k, because there's a log, so you can make more out of it. You can sell them for personally any price you want that you would think that would sell. So if you would look on logs right now and maybe go to lowest, you would see that stacks sell for like 20k, 25k. This is all like normal pricing that people do. So just make sure you just look on that and see what people want to buy for. So obviously mine already bought, so let's do another one and see if that actually sells. I think it would, because it is a low price. I do recommend making it higher than 15k, but this is just for an example for this video. So let's get on to the next method of the video. This method of this video, all you have to do is basically from the last method, if you're keeping like the wood and you don't want to sell them, make them into planks and start crafting chests. Selling chests are really useful on Donut, because people use them for stashes, they use them for just basic things on donuts. So all you have to do is just make it into a stack. It doesn't matter what kind of wood that you use, as long as you craft in the things that you want. So let me just show you how you can do that. If you want to look how much, you can make your own price for this if you want, but I would recommend seeing how much they are right now, which this is 40k, so you can sell like 39k, and it'll sell a lot faster, and you're basically making a lot of profit off that, because you're just chopping down trees and you're not really losing anything. So this is also one of the best methods and simple for any new user on Donut, or someone who wants to use it for just simple money. You don't have to use an amethyst axe, or you can just cut it down with a normal axe. But let's get on the next method. This next method that I'm going to be showing you how to make a lot of money on the Donut SMP is just finding bases. You can also do this with finding stashes, pickle farm bases, and spawner bases. So all you have to do is just fly around until something pops up in pie chart. Let's just say I found a base like this, a spawner base on the pie chart. You just mine down to it. This is not a real base. I made this just for this video. Yeah, so let's just say I found these spawners. They're all pig spawners. Let's just say you pick them up with the So Touch. You can sell them to people, or you can use them for money for villagers. So you can also trade with them for emeralds. So that is one of the best money making methods, is just flying around. So you don't have to really do anything. It's just flying using pie chart. Really simple stuff. But let me show you what you can do when you find a base or a stash. When you find a stash, all you really have to do, once you find like a stash, it can be really good or it can be really bad, where it has like maxed out stuff, just like this. You can actually sell this for a lot of money. So if you ever find a stash like this, or something at least that has a lot of things in it, I would recommend taking everything out and selling it on the auction, because then you can make a lot of money through it just for selling gear, because so many people use stashes for duels and other things for the Donut SMP. So that is another way you can make a lot of money. And let's get on to like finding pickle farms. Let's say you also found a base like this where you can have a bunch of pickle farms. You either want to try to look for spawners, because that's like your main priority of making the money from pickle farms if you do find a base like this. So I would recommend just running around until you can find like farms. You could take all the pistons and observers, redstone. You can take everything off this. The corals, sell that. You can take everything out of their chest. The redstone, the hoppers, and everything like that. Just don't miss the spawners, because that's like the main way of making the money for finding pickle farm bases. So that is another way. So let's get started on finding the other methods. Alright, so the next method will be buying and selling skeleton spawners. So the first thing I'm going to do is buy skeleton spawners. I actually have this one who I can buy some off of. Well, I'm only going to buy one for just this video to show. So let me just TPA them here. Alright, so I'm going to be buying the spawner off Project Kit. And it's going to be a skelly spawner. So I'm just going to put it back here. And then I'll pay him some money that I usually do. I usually buy for 500 or 550. So let's just do 500k. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, we're going to just buy another one off of this guy just for the purpose of this video. So we have 2 right now, which is good. And yeah, that's one way of making money, because the next thing you want to do is resell them to higher. So that's one thing you want to do, is you want to buy them for low and then resell them to someone who has a lot of money for a higher price. So let's just show that how that can be done by getting someone who's rich and who wants to buy them. Right, so for this next part will be me selling to the guy that wants to buy for 850k per for these 2 skelly spawners. So let's just TP him. Alright, so there's one, and he should be able to pay me, I think. Just see my money go up, and then yep, alright, he paid me 950k per. Alright, and then buy that one real quick. Alright, paid me 950 for 950 for the first one, and 950 for the other one. So alright, that's how you can resell your spawners and make a lot of money off of it. Since I bought for 550, or yeah, I bought for 550 and sold for 950, I made around like a 300k profit. So I recommend you do the same if you have spawners. Just buy to someone who has a lot of money, and to show that he does have a lot of money, he has 589 mil. So yeah, he probably wants to buy like a lot of spawners. So if you ever want to sell to him or buy from him, yeah, just message him. And yeah, let's get on to the next method. And the reason why we are in the ocean is because of an ocean monument. So if we look down, we have an ocean monument. And the reason why we are going to use the ocean monument is because we're going to get sponges and also sea lanterns. They both go for a lot of money on the auction house on the donut SMPs, so that's the reason why we're going to do it. And I'm going to test them out for you just in case if you don't want to do it yourself and you want to see how much it can make you. So coming up on the ocean monument, we have the wet sponges. This is one thing you want to grab, so make sure you also have milk, because of the Elder Guardians giving you mining fatigue and you can't really mine anything. So just grab a couple of these. You can use these also draining stuff out if you don't want to do it like that, but these are sponges, go for a lot of money, so I recommend grabbing these if you're near an ocean monument. But they're wet, so you will need like a lava bucket, or you can use a furnace to make them dry sponges. Do AH sponge. You can see just a stack of sponges can go for around $1.5 million if they're dry, at least. So just make sure after you get them, you put them in a furnace, dry them up, and then you can sell them for like 1.5, maybe even lower, depending on how much you have. And yeah, if you want to grab a couple, you can use like 15. Like this was already 500k. So I recommend grabbing sponges. And for the sea lanterns, all you have to do is just look around, and like you can find some here. Awesome. You can find gold, grab gold. And then you can grab the sea lanterns, which sea lanterns also go for a lot. So yeah, just sea lanterns in general. If you look on sea, just a stack of sea lanterns can go around for $1 million for the donut SMP, maybe 900k depending on how much people are buying for it that day. So yes, this is a really great method to use, and I recommend this. So let's get on to the next method. Another really good method to make a lot of money on the donut SMP is to go to the nether and go to Y15 only for your middle coordinate right there through 17, and get an amethyst drill or a pickaxe that they renamed, and go down to the levels and start mining until you find ancient debris, because this is also really expensive. And also don't forget these gold nugget ores, because you can turn these into gold and sell them for a lot of money, and also turn these into just netherite ingots by themselves. So you'll need 4 of these to make an ingot. So you also can turn the gold nuggets and convert them into netherite. So just make sure you do that. So just mine everything that you have, but also make sure when you do this you have a fire resistance potion, so then you don't die. But yeah, this can make you a lot of money. And if you look up ancient debris on the auction house, and they can go for like 80k per ancient debris. And if you do netherite, just the scraps can go for 90, so that's like a K more from just the debris. And then if you scroll over, if you get an ingot, you can sell for $365,000 on the auction house. So this is why this is a really good method to do. So let's just get on to the next method. A really good method for the donut SMP to make lots of money is mining. So I recommend getting an amethyst pickaxe that has fortune 3 or silk touch, because you're going to be mining ores. So just mine in an area that's around -52. You can find diamonds and a lot more other resources, like more diamonds, more gold. That's the 3 main things you want to look for, is gold, diamonds, and redstone. The reason is because all 3 of those go for a lot of money, and you can just make the most money out of that. So far, like with that fortune, you can already make almost a stack with redstone, a couple diamonds. And if you look on auction for redstone, it actually can go for a lot. So like just for a stack of redstone dust, it can go for 20k. For a stack of blocks, it can go for around 320k, which that's a lot just for mining redstone. And you can easily get redstone because it's very common to find. For diamonds Diamonds is really good to mine because you could just sell diamonds for a lot on orders, and you can sell it for on the auction house for a lot of money. What I mean by that is, like, when you scroll on the auction house, you can already sell diamonds for like 70k. That's probably the lowest that people would sell it for, but like you can also sell diamond blocks for over $1 million if it's a stack. So that's what I recommend doing if you don't want to build farms and you don't want to really do anything else. I would recommend just mining, getting a drill, and just selling diamond blocks, redstone, and getting gold. I'll tell you what gold is for later, but this is what diamond can go for, diamond blocks. So I recommend doing that. Orders don't sell as much, but for gold, that's going to be in the next method, so just wait for that, and let's just get started with the next method. This next method I am showing you right now is also a really good method to make a bunch of money. So if you broke and you were doing that last method I just showed you for mining gold and like mainly the gold, I also recommend mining iron because that would be also really useful for this that I'm about to show you. So we're going to be selling rails, powered rails and normal rails. So you would need gold for this and redstone actually, and you need just iron and sticks. So don't forget sticks. So from the logs like we had earlier, make sure you maybe keep some if you stayed all the way through this video so far. Just keep some sticks, keep some gold, redstone, iron. And for this, if you just look in the auction house for rails, they can actually go for a lot. Like a stack of just normal rails can go for like 50 to 55k, but for powered rails, they can go for around 80k to 92k for on the auction house to sell. This is really good because people use it for pickle farms and just other things that they like to use it for. So you could just sell this for like around like maybe 85k, and it'll eventually sell, and this can just make you passive income when you're mining if you just want to have sticks laying around your inventory, and this can just get you like a lot of money. Just sell them, and this is like a really good method to use, so I recommend it a lot. And let's get on to the next method. For this next method that I'll be showing you in this video, it's very simple. If you just look at my hotbar, it kind of gives it away. We are going to be just breeding cows. If you just breed cows, you can get a lot of leather. Either try using looting 3 if you do use swords, if you're using the sword to do it, or if you're using an automatic one. And if you look up leather on the auction house right now, they're actually going for like 250k for a stack and above. So if you're looking to get a lot of money just for doing something very simple, I recommend just getting cows and getting the leather off them. I also recommend, if you have leather, get sticks and look up item frame. If you look up item frame and you see how much they actually go for making just something simple as sticks and one piece of leather, they are going for around almost 600k, but this one's like 575. But this is like a lot of money just for selling for this, because the reason why this is that high is because people use stashes and stuff like that, so that's why they use them. So if you want to make a lot of money just for selling leather and making it into stuff that is really simple, I recommend this method a lot for you guys. So yeah, let's just get on to the next method. This very next method that is about to be done and you're about to be shown how good it can be, you use orders for this method, is actually sand. So you do most money per, and you can sell sand for like $40 per and $30 up for just mining sand. That is like very crazy. So all you really need is like a good shovel. You don't really need a maxo one. C1, so you can just mine out sand very quickly, and then you can get this done. You can make a lot of money. You can do this as long as you want. Just make sure it doesn't break. So make sure you have mending and XP bottles so you can repair it very quickly. But as you see, it's going pretty fast. So you can just make stacks on stacks of this to make a lot of money. So just selling what I have in my inventory right now, go to most money per and put this here. Just for that, you can already make like 7k. If you just mine out a lot and get like a full inventory full, you can make around like maybe over $100,000 just per sell. So this is one of the best methods you could probably use if you don't want to go mining, you don't want to make pickle farms, you don't want to go finding bases. this is a method I recommend for you. So let's get on to the very next method. The last method of the video, this is probably a really good method for beginners and not so good for people who already know how to make a lot of money from other methods. So this method is just mining coral. Mining coral can get you a lot by just selling it on orders and auction. So if you look up coral and orders, you can sell coral for $800 just by itself. And if you look on auction for coral for all types, and then you look up like recently listed or low price is already getting pretty expensive for people who just started the game, who want to build like pickle farms and they can't really get to these coral reefs. So these are like a very good way to sell for cheap or as high as you want. So let me just grab a few and show you how much you can actually make from it. Got the stack of coral mined, and if you just sell it on orders, you can go to most money per. So for 800, I'm only doing the blue one because it has the most money on it, and it's going for a 51k. That's how much you can just make from one stack, and it's pretty simple to do. And also, I forgot to mention, you do need silk touch on your pickaxe to actually mine this, so it doesn't become dried when you mine. And you can also, or on the auction, I recommend that a lot too, because that can go for a lot. So make sure you just see what you can get the most money out of. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you join the Discord for anything, for like giveaways, money giveaways, spawner giveaways, maybe bone giveaways. And also please like and subscribe. That would help me a lot. I would be much appreciative of it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.